Hello everyone, and welcome to RNG University. On tonight's episode, Domain, but with the Ancient Cornucopia. So, with the rotation coming up in a few months, a lot of people are thinking about what to do with the Domain deck as soon as some of the key cards rotate out. All the Triumphs are rotating out. I think of Topiary Stomper is rotating out, and a lot of the shifts are towards running Ancient Cornucopia as part of a ramp spell because it can help you gain life, and it also is a mana rock, a mana of any color. So this is the deck that I've came up with a lot. I mean, I didn't come up with myself, but I took a lot of inspirations from a lot of people who are also playing Cornucopia Domain. So this deck runs pretty similar to the traditional Domain deck, but instead of Invasion of, I believe Zendikar, instead of that, it's running Ancient Cornucopia instead. And then, because it has the ability to gain life for the mana spell, or mana color of a spell, we can gain 2 life from Lightning Helix, outside of just the 3 life that it does already. We can also gain 3 life from casting spells like Endless Detour, or gaining 4 life from dropping Atraxa. So that's the idea of this deck, and the deck list plays exactly like this. We have 1 Final Showdown. It's actually a 6-drop. Let's not think about it as a 1-drop. We have 4 Up the Beanstalk, 4 Lightning Helix. In the early game, we got a little bit of interactions and a little bit of card draw. Then in the 3-drop, we have an Imodane, which is technically a 10-drop, so we're going to leave it all to the side. But 3 Ancient Cornucopia, 4 Topiary Stomper, and 1 Endless Detour. This help us ramp a little, well, these 2 help us ramp a lot, and then this Endless Detour help us with a sort of end game condition where we need to control our opponent. This is a control element of the deck. There's 2 cards in this deck that has control elements. This is one of it. And then we go to the 5-drop, the other control element, Invasion of Archivals. I'll talk about the sideboard a little bit, but this helps us get us any card we want from the sideboard. We also have Sunfall, which, of course, we need that for board wipes. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Sunfall, but I'll leave that to the end of the game. But needless to say, Sunfall is a very important card to have, but in today's metagame, it's also a little bit too slow. So then in the 6-drop, we have Final Showdown. It's not just a 1 mana, it's 1+, and you want 1+6, or 1+5 to get to 6 mana for destroying all creature at instant speed, which is pretty important because there's a lot of pump spells. There's a lot of what's that called again? The plot abilities. A lot of people are just getting haste and attacking on their turn, so this can stop that. We actually have Leyline Binding, which is a 1-drop in the deck that we want to use to exile any creatures or any permanents until the Leyline Binding leaves. Right, it's an O-ring, but at instant speed, it costs 6, but it actually only costs 1 if you have Domain, and it costs 1 less for each basic land type. So if you have 3 basic land type, it costs 3, and you want to have at least 3 basic land types for Leyline Binding to be viable, right? A 3 mana O-ring at instant speed is reasonable, I think. Not good, but reasonable. But 1 mana O-ring is fantastic at instant speed, right? So that's why Leyline Binding is important in this deck. And then we have Her Migration, the 7-drop, 4 Her Migration, and 4 Atraxa. These are our win cons. But of course, Atraxa is there to get us our win con, which is Her Migration plus Imodane Recruiter. This gets out a board of 5/5s. Imodane gets a +1/+1, so 5/5/5 plus 1 is 5/6/6 attack for instant speed, or sorry, 5/3/3s. 5/3/3s plus 1, so that's an instant speed 20 damage worth onto your opponent's face. So if they don't have anything on board, you can instantly beat them up like that. So that is the Her Migration Imodane Recruiter combo that a lot of people also run for the Atraxa deck. So because it's an Atraxa deck, we need a lot of lands, 26 lands total. We got 2 plains, 2 island, 1 swamp, 1 mountain, 3 forests, 1 Boseiju, and then we have 3 of the triumphs each. 3 Ziatora Triumph, the Jun Triumph, 3 Jetmir Triumph, the Naya Triumph, and then 3 Spara Triumph, the Bant Triumph. So there are other triumphs, but we run these 3 and we're already able to get Domain. And of course, we need 4 Caverns of Souls. Cavern of Souls are necessary in this deck because we need to stick Atraxa. No matter what, Atraxa has to land. And then, let's talk about the sideboard. We got 1 3-step ahead, 1 Witness the Future, 1 Endless Detour, 1 Devious Cover-Up. Of course, these are our sort of a counter spell control element where we can also endlessly cycle through our deck. Because Witness the Future combo with Endless Detour, or just Endless Detour combo with Endless Detour. Don't forget that the backside of Invasion, the Invocation Invocation of Founders can also combine with Endless Detour to target 2 spells, non-land permanents, or cards in graveyard. So you can get 2 things, and that will give you a lot of cycling and also stopping your opponent from playing anything. Devious Cover Up, just a counter, really good. And then we have 1 Farewell to blow up like an enchantment heavy board or an artifact heavy board. We got 1 White Sun's Twilight in case we just want to be able to win with a board of little mites. And then we have 1 Doppelgang, this is just for memes. In case we have a lot of mana and nothing else to do, we can copy a bunch of stuff we have on board. You can Doppelgang your Invasion of Archivals and boom, you get every other card from the sideboard you want. Which is pretty good, right? It's not going to come out that often or ever at all unless you're playing like a really drawn out meme game with your friends. So the sideboard, don't care about it too much. I mean, if you want to just have 1 card, just stick in like a Witness the Future or a Devious Cover Up. It will work just as fine. We never really hit the sideboard. It's the main board that matters. Invasion of Archivals is just sort of a side tech card. You can remove that and just put in Witness the Future in the main board if you want. That can also work. But the reason why I want Invasion is because that's a battle and Atraxa insert drop battles. So, if you have that, it gives an extra card in your hand. That's really all I got for you. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent's gonna be the Scarab. Yo, do you have the Scarab gun? Did you find it? Well, we got a Cornucopia and we gotta go first with Stalking. Wow. It's almost like everything lined up. But let's see how it actually lines up this game. So we'll pick Jetmir Garden. We have no 1-drops. A Swamp. Alright. We're gonna go up a Beanstalk. Without a paddle. Well. There's another one. Is it bat time? Bat o'clock? It's probably bat o'clock. I mean, you got 2 black mana. You just didn't want to bat o'clock us. Well, do we go another Beanstalk or do we start the Cornucopia? Let's start the Cornucopia, I guess. It's not like they're gonna counter an Ancient Cornucopia. So this way we get 5 mana next turn, and we also have Lightning Helix life if we need it for some reason. 3 swamps. What is our opponent? Graveyard Trespasser. Okay. It looks scary, but it really isn't, in my opinion, because we got so much card draw from Stalking them Beans. I don't know why I drew a Gang Life for that. Well, I already played a land, so I don't need to worry too much about. Let's play this land here, and we will end turn. We can gain a life on this turn. They can attack us. I don't have anything in the graveyard, so let's see if they're gonna do anything else. Or they're just gonna let it flip. Alright, so they're gonna let it go to flip, which means that I will have to get rid of it this turn. Yep. Let's discard Jetmir's Garden. Yeah, we can discard Jetmir's Garden. We'll take the action, gain 2 life. Kill it. They're already on the end phase. They don't play anything. We'll name. We just name another angel. Just not name another angel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I miscounted. I thought I had 7. Well, that should be okay. Yeah, I thought I had 7, but there's a Field of Ruin and I have 2 caverns, so they're both on angel. They can't Field of Ruin twice this turn. Phyrexian Obliterator. Alrighty. Are they a Fight Club deck? I can definitely Sunfall the Obliterator. Or I can just Atraxa, right? If I Atraxa right now, and he attacks, doesn't seem like there's Swamp, but it's kind of risky. If I play it this way, I actually don't have a removal. Alright, so we're gonna gain that life. Take action. Draw a card, draw another card, and then we'll draw like 7 more cards. So artifact, creature, enchantment, instance, and let's get a cycle land. gotta drop 2 cards, huh? Oh, I guess I just dropped the lands. It's actually funny, I don't have all the colors, so maybe I don't want to drop this land yet. Do I drop another Cornucopia? I am not short on mana, so... There you go. And this is where they drop a forest and really trick me. Alright, not a forest. Attack me for 5, I can take that. We'll pretend like it hurts. Phyrexian Flesh Gorger. Alright, I'm gonna draw 2 cards from this. Being alive, draw 2 cards. I don't have a basic land to play, so I'm just gonna drop the Spara Headquarter here. Actually, I don't have white, huh? So I think I will Her Migration into a Plains. Oh, they're both Spara Headquarters. So yeah, he might not notice that I don't have Leyline Binding up. And he might play it differently, but I don't have Leyline Binding up. So could I have had double white last turn? No, I don't. I have 1 white. So yeah, I had to tap the Cornucopia for the second white. This is gonna give me a blue, right? I need a blue and a black. We'll get a blue. Now I do have Leyline up, which is funny. Let's turn this live. Alright, let's go to the attack first. He has plains. That was not what I expected. Alright, now we can... Do we Topiary Stomp? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we need 10 lands. Or 8, including that. So we need 10 mana, right? How many lands do we have right now? We will end the turn. I play the land this turn, so I don't need to keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So next turn, we can just do the 2. Shieldred. We'll pretend like that's scary. How much? 32 cards. Alright, I'm fine. Draw 2. Ow. Ow. Take out your Shieldred. Go to my turn. Okay, so this is 7, and I still have 3. I don't have red. No, I do have red. I have Jetmirs. Alright. So, this will give me 4 1/1s. Sure, why not? This will play a Plains, like that matters. That's an aggressive finish. GG. Minus 13. A boom boom. Okay, our opponent is Guardian 452. Do we just get kicked? Alright, no. Alright, we got Stomper, Her Migration, up to Beanstalk. Good enough to keep. Blue, white, Concealed Courtyard, so not just blue-white. Will they counter my Beanstalk? That's kind of tricky, right? I don't want them to counter a Beanstalk, so if I play this right now... Alright, they want to play the Deuce. If I play Beanstalk, they won't play the Deuce. And then I play the Stomper. There's no more lies. Well, there's a lot of Stompers going on. She's just gonna stomp it out. Get herself a blue land. Anything? No? Nothing? Let's do this again then. Why not? Let's get ourselves a red land. Of course. Three steps ahead. Draw 2, discard a card. Discard his Emperor because of the vigilance, probably. Long goodbye. Okay. Can't counter that. Do I draw Atraxa? No. I could Her Migration, but he probably has a counter spell, right? Let's get a black mana. There, now I have Domain. Not well, I have Domain, but I also have 7 lands. Name Angels. Three steps ahead. Alright, you draw. Scar's a plane. Maybe he wants to Sunfall me. Restless Anchorage. Well, I'm gonna Sunfall him. Let's see how this detour might work. Is it just Emperor time? Memory Deluge? That's a lot of 3 steps ahead. You took 3 steps ahead. Wouldn't that mean you're behind now? Siphon. Yeah, you got it. Take a card. I wonder what he took. I guess I'll never find out. Unlike real regular games where I can look at it after the game. This way I'll never find out. Yeah, still another card. Good luck with that. Yeah, you're 8. This is 8 damage, so you gotta play something. No. Top or bottom, your choice. I don't actually care. Take that, control. Alright, well, we just stomped them out, I guess. That's a way to win. Alright, our opponent's gonna be Doomsday Device. The triple Ds. Alright, this is 3 lands into a Her Migration. That's kind of harsh. But we have a Leyline Binding, so we might as well. Tap land. Another tap land? Or do we want a Her Migration right now? This turns on Binding, although I don't have Binding. I didn't play this last turn because I just drew. Wait, no? Did I just draw it? I don't remember anymore. Here's an Elvish Incubator. What the heck is that? Transform an Incubator token. Yeah. Not sure what's going on here. But you got it. You got it. I don't know what's going on, but guess we'll see, right? Gix. Okay, well, I gotta get rid of the Gix. Pretty standard play. Alright, now I get a Topiary Stomper. Do I have 2 greens? This is 2 green, right? So let me play my plains. We'll stomp into a island or a mountain. Do I need a mountain? I don't think it matters. I can Atraxa with just the Cavern. So that the lands don't matter. Gix again. Just get that Gix out of here. Stop trying to draw. Alright. Well, I don't have enough mana here, so I guess it's just a regular Sunfall, right? Yeah, just regular Sunfall. Now he might attack me with the Restless Cottage. No. What the heck is this? Galissa? Incubate twice. At the beginning of combat, transform all incubators so Phyrexian gains first strike and death touch. Alright, well. Angel time? Final Showdown. Is that all lands? Yo! Are those all lands? First time Atraxa into 3 cards. But it happened, so you know. I don't actually know what to say. This is as ridiculous as it can get. Go for the throat. You got it. Incubate twice. I think he can see the Final Showdown, so I don't know what the plan is here. I have all the colors, right? I do have all the colors. Although I could have searched for a blue. That might have been viable. Roaming Thrones. Butcher. Menace. Phyrexian creatures. Oh, that's kind of tricky. Alright, well those aren't menace, so these are first strike death touch, right? First strike death touch, first strike death touch. I don't really need to kill that. He sees the Sunfall, so I don't know what the plan was. But here it is. In his glory. Yeah, I guess. He sees the Sunfall. Don't know what that was for. This deck is interesting. It's not a good deck, but it's interesting. Alright, our opponent is Junction. June. Are you a good player? Oh, you go first. Fantastic player. Best player in the world. We get Jetmir Garden into up the Beanstalk. Maybe this will work, so I'll keep. I don't even know what kind of hand I can keep with this deck, because every time I keep like a slower hand, they're aggro. Every time I see a faster, they see a slower hand, they're aggro. If I keep a a more interactive hand, they're control, and all my interactions do nothing. So let's hope that I can get some. There's 2 Sunfalls. Should I just cut the Sunfalls in the deck? Maybe. Not sure. Not sure. So. Maybe I Her Migration into a Plains. Right? Yeah. That's pretty much what I have to do here. It's a lot of plotting. Migration to the Plains. You're just gonna attack for 1? I mean, I could take your attack for 1 for days. Another plot. I cannot take those plots for days. Fucking sleep show off. How many show offs do you have? Thrice on a Stick. We're gonna draw Stomper. Alright, we're just gonna die to one turn of this. Show off. Show off. Ruckus. Just draw a card and I take a lot of damage, but at least all his cards are gone. Chick. Alright. Our opponent played it wrong, and we might be able to capitalize because of that. One more play. Damn it. Alright, so we're at 4. Well, I still have to Sunfall this, I think. But it's not looking nice, right? It's not. Oh, I got that Leyline a lot later than I needed. So, do they have 4 damage? Wouldn't put it past that deck. Oh, they don't. Okay, do we up to Beanstalk again? We're definitely playing this land because it comes from a big tap. And then we can Topiary Stomp to get a Swamp. That makes our Leyline cost 1. And we're in turn, so we can keep up that Leyline. And the Stomper can block. Cornucopia. I have 2 white? I have 2 white. I'll put Beanstalk. We'll gain that 1 life. It's slow, but it will get us there. Oh man, we finally stabilized at 5 life. Good luck. Trying to BM them a little. Anger, huh? What if you're not angry? Aw, get out of here, you. Red. Look at the crappy deck. Look at this deck, right? It's just Wizards failed at design. Just look at this crap. Just hope you get lucky, get all these cards in your opening hand, and still lose your opponent because you're a terrible player. Alright, our opponent is Uber Strike 89. Is Uber on strike for the 89th time? Don't take Uber. Take Jetmir Garden to go. Alright, terrible hand, but you know, I don't even know what I can mulligan into that would be better. Somehow I always get the 1-off in the hand because of how the shuffler works. They always put the 1 card you have 1-off into your hand. So this is what I want to combo with. And it will take a while to get there. I can definitely not play anything for a long time. But eventually they will play something. Alright, Cornucopia get countered. Cornucopia get countered. Is there a counter unless you pay 1? I don't think so. I mean, it's like a Topiary Stomper getting countered, right? It's not too big of a deal. If it happens, it happens. Three steps ahead. That's interesting. Now he's doing this on the main phase just to get a land drop. But it means I can Imodane Recruiter on the side. Oh, he has black mana. Not quite there yet. First of all, let's do this. Let's make sure that I have the mana and I'm not messing this up. Alright, 2/2/2s I can attack with. It's not much. Sure. Mana screw? That's a game. Okay, our opponent's gonna be Christopher G. I wonder what that G stands for. Is he gangsta? We're gonna go first. Two-lander. Two-lander going first. If I have a third land of any kind, this will be a gray hand. I'm going to be an idiot and keep this hand. If it's bad, it's gonna go bad all the way. But it's fine. Mountain. Phoenix ship. You know how to play any other game? Actually, we have Leyline Binding live, which is funny. Just gonna plot. Show off. Just gonna slam it, huh? Oh, it's a tap land, but next turn, it'll be able to do something. Godric. Alright, I guess they're just gonna throw out their cards. Do I want to kill Godric? I don't have a land drop this turn if I kill Godric. If I play the Cornucopia, he is gonna grow his Godric. If I Topiary Stomp, I have to. Now what am I gonna get? An island? Squee. Yo, that's old school right there. Am I dead? 5. Not quite dead, but not very live either. So I could Ancient Cornucopia. I'm getting 5 life points, right? I'm at 5, so maybe he doesn't kill me. It's a lot of damage still. It's 5 damage on board. Mono. 6 damage. So I go to 1. If he doesn't kill me. Still got 1 card, right? If it's 1 damage, I die. I'm at 1. Not dead. Alright, this doesn't do much. Lightning Helix gains me to life. And an Endless Detour. Can I Endless Detour still? I think I can, right? I can Topiary Stomp. But that gets me to 6. Not 7. So I guess I want to Endless Detour and Lightning Helix. I want to Lightning Helix a Squee this turn. Go to 6. I need to draw a land. With the after the Endless Detour. Would it have 4? It doesn't have 4. So is he just gonna attack for 3? I can live with that. Right. Top deck, bottom deck, right? It's basically bottom deck. We'll take 2, but we're at 7. Does he have like a destroy artifact thing going on? Her migration. That is an extra land, so I'll take it. I have plains. Do I need swamps? I might need swamps. Now that gets me to the proper amount of mana I need. Let's just take this. Why not? Take 4. I'm at 11. Coming back at the tail end of that. Still not in the clear, but might be. in a few turns. If I can survive. I need to Atraxa. Okay, so a mistake I made was taking a plane. You should never take a plane with Topiary Stomper. Because what you want to do is... What the heck is this? Until the end of turn, okay. Yeah, what you want to do is take one of their... what am I saying? Not attacking. Oh, it doesn't have 7 lands. Funny. Yeah, I already forgot what I was saying. What you want to do is take not playing. Therefore, when you Atraxa, you can get a playing, and that playing allows you to then go ahead and cast a Leyline Binding. There. That was a very long-winded way of saying it. GG. Mono red. No match for the Cornucopia. Oh man, Cornucopia was definitely the MVP of this game. We're getting so much life from this. How much life are we getting? 2 Helix, so each of us 5 life. And then Endless Ziatora as a 3. We're getting 13 life. And then I think we played another card. Our opponent is the Antithesis. But he spelled it as anti-D's. These nuts. Alright, I need a force for her migration. But if they're aggro, we got it. If they're not aggro, we're screwed. It's like how I like to play these games. I'm gonna drop a mountain. Look what I am. Some sort of aggro. I got double Lightning Helix, so at least we have that going for us. Massacre Girl. That's cool, sweet. Not what I expected to see. Alright, no green, but Stomper and her migration. Plaza of Heroes twice. Galissa. Bye, Lissa. Now we get a green. It's going to take a few more turns to activate. Shieldred. Not very nice. Not very nice of you to slam a Shieldred on people. You don't normally do that to people, you know? There's my green source. Restless Cottage. Joins up. I'm gonna have to discard a card, huh? Probably the Helix. At this point. Liliana of the Veil.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows like me.
Okay, resolve first.
You won't be outsmarting me.
It's because I discarded my Helix, huh? What am I gonna get? Jetmir's Garden? So I don't have a swamp yet. Now I do. Now I can play the Jetmir's Garden. 1, 2. Yeah, let's play it. Top deck mode. You either make me sack or you make me discard. What the heck is this? There goes my Sunfall. I needed that. Sure. Mosswood Dread Knight.
Drop it.
They do make me discard. That's interesting. You're gonna block for your Lily? No. No blocks for Lily.
I really don't have time for you.
Migrate. I'm migrating. I'm fixing to migrate. Something good. I didn't need that land. Yo. Okay. These are some nice top decks I've been getting. Can I get a plains and a... No, I cannot. Well, there's a battle. There's a sorcery. That's a good sorcery. Instance. Let's get an endless creature. Enchantment. Land. That seems fair, right? Do I want a Sunfall? I want her migration. Let's go to combat. Get 3 things attacking Lily to get rid of her. 3 things attacking your face. You can block those if you want.
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish, after all.
A lot I can discard. Don't really mind it too much. With Atraxa Domain, I'm not sure what he can do. He's drawing? Really? I mean, you can drain, but I got a 7/7 here, so what's the plan here? Flying Lifelink. This is Death Touch, so I don't think he's gonna attack. Alright, doesn't attack, which means now I can just take this stuff out and attack him. Yeah, I don't know what the plan is. Attack for 7. I don't have a good card. Is this a sideboard card I want? Farewell. Farewell his board. Not sure I want to do that. I can't cover anything up. So, let's go for this first. Maybe I draw a good card. Cornucopia is okay, I think. Takes the 7. Then we can stick a Cornucopia. Giving us a little bit of life. But what's on board is what's scary, right? So let's see what he wants to do. What does this do? So draw a card, and you may put a land on the play. Right. If you have 8 or more lands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He does not have 8. Put a stop in for his main face. Oh, he's just drawing a card. Another bat, huh? I can get rid of that bat. I think I will. I'm being alive too. Top on deck. GG! You've got controlled. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen all those games, how did you feel about this deck? Because, well, I've played a lot of games today. Every time I hit Domain deck, right? Domain is top of the top tier. If you look at all the meta games, if you look at tournament wins, it's always Domain. But whenever I play Domain, I draw the wrong side of my deck against my opponent. The shuffler hates me when I play this deck. I draw Atraxa, Her Migration, and sometimes Imodane Recruiter against aggro, and it just sit there with all the tap lands and nothing I can play. Against control, I will draw things like Lightning Helix and Ancient Cornucopia, and not even Topiary Stomper, but Sunfalls, and you know, every time I try to play a spell, it just gets countered, and I just sit there cry because they will out-control me. So, how good is this deck, right? I mean, obviously, I still think it's a very strong deck. I think it's top of the top tier, and playing this deck overall gives me a positive experience. It's a strong deck overall. But it is not going to perform in the same way that it does in tournaments, just because it's very draw dependent and it's very sideboard dependent. For best of 3, the sideboard really is where this deck shines, because with Atraxa, you get selection. With Cavern of Souls, you always stick Atraxa. So as long as you can land these, you will be able to beat your opponent if you sideboard correctly. But in best of 1, you don't have that. So a lot of times it's about your luck. Are you drawing up the Beanstalk into Ancient Cornucopia or Topiary Stomper early game? Do you have a Leyline Binding to back up against your opponent who is trying to kill you? And can you draw your Atraxa at the right time when you need it? So all of that is a lot of questionable best of one plays, which is why people like to play mono red and they don't want to think. Right, and so yeah, this deck, I still think it's a very strong deck. Take it in ladder and you'll probably get to Mythic very easily, but there's going to be a lot of frustrating games nevertheless. Now, back to what I was going to talk about in terms of Sunfall. I do think if you're facing a lot of aggro and you're getting frustrated, you can cut one Sunfall, cut one Final Showdown, and just run 2 Temporary Lockdown. Just do that. You can even cut Endless Detour and Invasion of Archwolves, run 4 Temporary Lockdown, and you'll win more games. You'll probably win more games. It'll be less fun, but you'll win more games because everyone's playing Boros, everyone's playing Plot. Just play your Temporary Lockdown, lock your opponents down, and then they'll cry. They'll quit on turn 3. As soon as they see a lockdown, they'll just quit. So it's not really where you want Magic to go, but this is where Magic is right now. That is how you want to play this deck out. That's how I feel about this deck. And that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.